Errol Spence Jr. goes off on his Instagram page about money. This right on the tail end of an amazing statement that it was made about Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather Jr. about money. The people who are dead set on making the PBC look bad will never, ever give up. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. I had some information given to me. Shout out again. I'm telling you, I got to say shout out again to my guy, Phoenix the Assassin. Thank you for sending me some information about, two things. One is about Errol Spence Jr., and it is connected to the second one, which is about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Haymon, and about the subject matter of money. Now, if you've not paid attention, every other day for the last several years, there has been some variation of the story that the PBC's going broke, or Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going broke, or the PBC is going out of business, or somebody is stealing somebody from the PBC's, some PBC fighters' money. Just a bunch of stuff that is constantly put out there by the same sources. And we got a double whammy of that today. But one is actually, I think, very interesting because Errol Spence on his Instagram put out one of the Errol Spence type of messages. And one of them was, and it was in the voice of somebody else, right? And playing like a caption of, some inspirational or a speech that was given by someone that he obviously was co-signing, where the person says that when I'm doing well, if I win the lottery, we won the lottery. But if I go bankrupt, I went bankrupt. Right? Very clearly showing that that as far as money and success goes, that people are really going to really be there for you when you're up. But when you're down, it's all by yourself. Very clearly implying something related to what's going on with him and Derrick James. If you're not familiar with that, I'll make it familiar after I thank everybody and welcome everybody back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks to the videos. Thank you is a great way to sponsor videos like this. Because, I'm not going to do commercials with, underwear commercials and shave cream commercials and all of that stuff, gambling commercials and all of that. So your individual support is really, really greatly appreciated and valuable. Errol broke up as far as their relationship as boxer and trainer with Derrick James. And Derrick James is asking for $2 million, suing him for over $2 million, claiming that their agreement over the last 12 years was that Derrick James was supposed to get 10% of the total fight revenue for Errol Spence Jr., while Errol, over the course of the last 12 years, only gave him 10% of a bout agreement. A bout agreement is where you say, okay, this is how much money I'm going to pay you for the fight, right? The promoter tells the fighter how much money they're willing to pay, and the fighter agrees to how much they're going to pay, and they get paid for the bout. The total revenue for the fight would include things like the ticket sales, whatever percentage of the distribution rights you may get for the fight, whatever percentage of the gate that you get, things unrelated to actually fighting in the ring. Right. Things have to do with actually selling the fight above and beyond just we're going to get that. We're paying you this much to step in the ring and fight. Now, if we consider that like your base salary, and then if you go over and be above and do other things, you'll get bonus. So you're getting paid. You're supposed to get paid out of that amount of money. That's the bout agreement. That's what Derrick James got paid out of. So in this particular deal, obviously you're seeing a situation that's kind of janky because it fits the narrative of what Errol said, which is like, look, when we're really doing well, when we're doing really well, it's we, but when I do bad, it's I, right? So as soon as Errol loses and looks bad, Derrick sues him for $2 million. It's just a bad look, and I can see how it could leave a bad taste in Errol Spence's mouth. I don't think that I've never heard any precedent for Derrick James' claim, but where somebody's going to get paid out of the total revenue of the fight. And I'd be very surprised if Errol doesn't just win that straight out, but can definitely leave you very jaded. And the funny thing is that Al Haymon is the one that said, hey, you have the $350,000 that you paid Derrick James was very fair, right? Was very fair. But now you've got rumors, and that's a sad enough situation because it's actually true. But what people are saying now, and this guy, Rick Glazier, seriously, man, at a point in time, I'm going to be very, very shocked if he does not really get hit with a big lawsuit at some point in time. Because he says now that Al Haymon has stolen hundreds of millions of dollars, according to sources, right? And he puts the alleged, according to sources, that at a certain point in time, I have a suspicion that that's not going to continue to work. If you come up with one rumor after another rumor after another rumor, and you are acting, it sounds like you're saying that it's true, that the reason that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was in Dubai and the rumors around him not being able to get out of Dubai were related to the fact that Al Haymon had invested hundreds of millions of dollars for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and he ran away and nobody's heard or seen of Al Haymon since April, right? Since April 23rd. Man, that's not even a month. Also, there's fights coming up that the PBC are putting together. I guarantee you that, who is Rick Glazier to have heard from Al Haymon? But just Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s the CEO of his company, Leonard Ellerby, responded to it and was like, man, these guys just tell lies for no good reason. Man, I can't wait to a point in time, man, where people will just stop trying to run down the PBC and fight and those fighters in the PBC. It's crazy enough to believe that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was actually detained in Dubai. And at the end of it, you know how fast all those rumors went away when it was like, hold on, how's he in Dubai when he's giving away $30,000 in cash to homeless people while he's headed to I think he was headed to a New York Knicks game. But I thought it was in California. I can't remember whatever the game he was going to, but basically he was going to an NBA playoff game and gave $30,000 in cash to a homeless person who then said, hey, keep me off camera because I don't want to get robbed. But yeah, we're going to go check into a whole hotel and see how we can make this money work, for a long period of time. Really did something great with his money. But, anything to tear these guys' name down. I personally think Rick Glazier has a motive behind this because he works for Oscar De La Hoya, who's definitely one of the more unstable promoters, at least the way that he wiffle waffles between things that there is in boxing. But anyway, I just wanted to address those two things. The first one obviously is Errol Spence and Derrick James, which I just hope gets worked out in a way that those guys can have an amenable relationship, even though I find it very hard to believe that Derrick's going to get $2 million out of that. But also, if people would stop rumoring and gossiping on the downfall of men that have not really done anything but give and been tremendous helps to the sport of boxing. Floyd is already a Hall of Fame fighter. Al Haymon is definitely going to that Hall of Fame himself for what he's done with the PBC and the big fights that he's made that has been terrific for boxing. But people, for some reason, just want to tear him down, even though the man has never said anything in public in the entire time that he's been a boxing manager, advisor, or what have you. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.